Signs say no.
We're the only badass novel bitches around. So.
Oh, there we go.
I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to there you go.
I'm so excited for this!
Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
We all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with like a...
Oh
my God,
that was an exciting
adventure.
Welcome back.
Hi,
Yes.
thank you so much. We have Erica Bauermeister. Welcome, guest author Kayla tonight. Special guest. Only a lot of guests tonight. Jess Lowry, right here with us tonight. Welcome, Asha. We're so excited.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Hey, bitches. Hello.
That was great.
That intro is always fun. I actually selected the wrong intro. We did have one that had your title on it, and it's just my error. So,
No, I loved it. It was still really fun.
so welcome. Tonight we have guest author Gretchen Berg, wrong direction, Gretchen Berg, the operator with us tonight. We just finished this book, literally this week. I think even probably today for some of our gals who like to spread out their book love. We have some gals with us tonight. Oh, your book was so good.
Thank you.
Right?
Oh,
we're
she's
gonna
like
get into
fangirling. She's fangirling. Gretchen!
What? Okay, you guys, I'm really bad at emojis. What is that? Is that emoji
It's
like this?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute. Okay.
Yeah,
She's
super
super
excited.
excited.
It's not the scream face. It's the oh my God. So we have a few gals on. I'm sure more will hop in, just kind of as we start here, because some are in different time zones. But welcome. We are so excited to have you. I don't even know what to say. I was so blown away by the ending in this book, which I did save for today because I wanted it fresh. Like fresh. I was like, I had to spread out and only like read a little bit every day because we spread it across a month.
Yeah.
So
last weekend, right when we ended Sunday, I went and I read the last chapters. My eyes were going cross-eyed. I was so exhausted, but I'm like trying to finish. The whole page just looked like one word, and I was like, oh my God. So I went today and I reread the last 2 chapters. I'm like, I don't want to miss anything.
Right.
Oh my God. And everything with her sister Vera. And I even put in our group, I was like, I knew it. I knew she had something to do with it. I knew it. Some way, somehow. Did I not say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
Ooh,
Man.
we like to, to try and foresee.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're on the nose and sometimes we were really far off. So we were kind of split down the middle here. We were really not sure what the big explosion was going to be. And oh my goodness, not me. After last week's meeting, I may or may not have finished the book before Monday. Oh my God, she probably finished literally last Sunday night. So I love that. Ah, so fun. All right, let's just let them, gush on you for a minute before we start in with any questions.
I have a question. Was it hard to read? Like, it's very winter. The book is like so set in winter.
So here's the thing. I don't know how I do it. So we did a photo shoot and like we took some videos at Barnes and Noble, and we were picking books out for each other just kind of based on title and cover. And as I'm looking through the racks, I see this book and I'm like, oh my God, because I love the vintage nostalgia.
Okay.
And I thought it was just such a fun idea for a book for our group. Tell me why every book I pick either has Christmas in it, because I'm a Christmas fanatic. That is my thing. And food. Always my books have recipes and food and Christmas. And I'm like, you got
the universe brings it to you.
To me. Yes.
That's awesome.
True. It is true. Not to mention the time zone, like the timeline that she always picks, I swear is right around those like 30s, 40s, 50s. She just can't get out of it.
Oh my God. I'm just like, this is
sweaters
amazing.
And drink. Yeah, I think it like set us all up for like our favorite time of year, which I think most of us or fall.
I love winter.
So no, I did not hate that being your setting.
Because I don't know, I don't know if I would recommend it as a beach read because it's like the dead of winter. You know, she's trudging through snow in her, fur-lined boots and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember when they were trying to pick out, like, the publishers decide when your book comes out, and I was really hoping for like October, November, when people are excited for winter, and it came out in March. March, I mean, of 2020, which is the COVID thing was terrible, but also I was like, oh, people are going to be so sick of winter.
No, I actually, because we read this, obviously, we're in like hot summer. I got to tell you, it's very refreshing to read about some.
Oh, good.
Put the fan on full blast and you read it and you just feel like you're right there with her walking to work.
You like put on a blanket just so you could read the book. Like,
yeah.
Is there any other way to read? I mean, I know that there are beach readers, but I don't like to ruin my books with sand. So
there you go.
I'd rather pretend it's freezing in my house and get all bundled up and then read. But Anna was born in the wrong decade. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Gretchen, what did you think about the box that you received pertaining to your story?
Oh my God, I loved it. I was because I didn't even want to try to guess what you guys were going to do. I was like, what are they going to put in it? I have all the stuff right. This, I think, was my favorite.
Right?
This, oh my God, I was dying.
Have you used it yet?
It's a tiny radio.
Have you used it yet?
No, it works.
Oh yes, it's a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, so you can pair it to your phone and you can actually play whatever playlist you want through it. And then you can also use, it's like radio feature and it has like the tuner on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I will try that.
Yeah.
I'm super Luddite. I'm like,
the dial lights up and it's loud. It's got some volume to it. Yeah.
Do I have to put a battery in it?
No, you can charge it. It comes with like a little charger,
okay.
like a USB kind of thing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And I had these candles.
Those are the ear cones.
So that one was her funny take on eavesdroppers about cleaning out your ears
out. Yeah. So
oh my God. I was like, are they drumsticks?
Yeah, no. So you put the plastic tip in your ear and you use the little disc as like a
protector.
Protector, and then light one end and let it burn down.
Like candling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's really clever. Okay. That was the only one that I wasn't like, I knew what that is.
Right?
Everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
super clever on that one. Cleaning out
the whole box. So impressive. And then I opened I think I opened it and pulled all the stuff out and then I took a picture. And then later when I was like breaking the box down to recycle it, I was like, oh, there's a brown notebook in there. I almost missed it. I almost didn't see it. And so I was so excited. I actually, oh shoot, do I have? All right, I have my grandma's brown notebook and I wanted to, because it's really tiny. All right, it's not here.
Whoops. There we go.
It's somewhere, but it's really small.
I love it.
Yeah, the combo bars for everyone were a hit. Everyone made those. And
what was I?
The Congo bars.
Your Congo.
Oh my God, they were so good. That just means you guys, however you mixed it, did you use the recipe like as it was?
No, so I broke it down so that you can make a smaller serving.
Yeah.
Because, that would have been a lot to put in a jar.
Grandma made big.
We found the actual recipe card that are printed. That is the original Nestle's Congo bar advertisement. And awesome. We just redid the recipe inside of the box.
Yeah, that was amazing.
For what was in the mason jar. Yeah.
That was amazing. And they were so good. I was like, oh my God, this is really fun. It already, because it's in shipping, it got all shaken up. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I don't have to mix it.
You know what? It was a total dump and go anyway. I mean, it was cute like when it was layered, but really I just dumped everything in, beat it all up.
Oh, good.
You're good to go. Good. And then even our bookmarks, these are all actual.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. These are all vintage ads.
I think I had this in a Pinterest page.
Oh, see?
Seriously?
Yeah.
And Tasha put all those together for our bookmark.
Had to have the little newspaper the little sheet of newspaper with its ads on there. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun. So we have a pre-reader who reads all of our books ahead of time and gives us just enough notes that we put together a box. And she lets us know like what's going to be most important, but doesn't give anything away. So
That's really
when we
clever.
read with our book club, we get to experience like everything that they do as it comes. So we don't know what's going to happen. And sometimes we don't even know why these items are super important until we read them. So it's sometimes super interesting for us to find out like the little things along the way that like kind of spark the items in the box. But
You probably read a passage and go, "Oh, that's that thing from the box."
Yes.
yeah, we
Yes.
we
And then it makes
do.
it really fun. Now, have you used your candle yet?
No, where did I put the candle? I
So,
remember. I did
in
move some.
case you don't realize, the candle scent is Lily of the Valley, which is
Oh,
Vivian's scent,
Vivian's perfume.
Yeah.
and it's a surprise candle.
Oh, what does
So,
that mean?
for all of you
It's
out there,
surprise.
if you have not burned your candle yet, once you burn it down, you will find a foil packet inside. And inside that packet, can we announce it yet?
Yeah, go. Good. Just do it.
Inside that packet is a real $2 bill,
Oh my gosh.
which we kind of tied with the embezzlement piece. I wanted to put a real piece of, because I know everyone had a heart attack when they saw all the $100 bills.
I tried to pay my rent with it, and my landlord
Yeah.
Right? All the gals were like, "Oh my gosh, I thought I hit it big. This is the best."
I know. I was like,
ever."
these girls go big.
Yeah, Rebecca's like, I thought there was a mistake. Like,
She didn't realize it. Oh my God.
see,
So
So,
many surprises. Yeah, there's so
very
many
fun,
surprises.
very
for us.
fun.
Yeah. This one has been very fun. So like the first half of the book, we really weren't sure where it was going. We were like, oh man, what is the secret? What do they all know? Who's the tattletale? And when it all comes together,
Oh my gosh.
I literally was like, oh my, like out loud. And of course, you know, it makes everybody in the room look and they're like, what? And I'm like, don't make me explain. I have more to read. When it
Yep.
finally hits, it's
Oh, good. It's a slow burn, and that's I do that. The ones that I'm working on now it's similar. Like I don't everything will kind of end up fitting together, but it's like it's
Yeah.
a puzzle, and you have to go back and make sure that all the pieces fit. And
Yeah, I agree.
it's one of those things like, today that secret, who cares? Nobody would care. But back then it was, and in a small town, it was such a big deal. And that really did happen to my grandma. So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, the book is probably like 50% real.
I was going to say, so what was your inspiration? So it was your family member, your grandmother?
Yeah, it was. I was doing genealogical research with the brown notebook. Her brown notebook is literally like a quarter of the size. It's tiny, tiny.
Yeah.
But I was reading through it, and there was so much stuff really that I was like, what is going on with this? And I asked my mom, and I think my mom was like, oh, well, yeah. When I was in either junior high or high school, she said, yeah, my grandma found out that my grandpa was married before and never got a divorce. And it was she was really humiliated. So it was, and I thought, oh, and then, then I learned that she used to be a switchboard operator. And I was like, oh, well, that would be interesting if she happened to overhear, because she did. My grandma eavesdropped on all the calls.
Ooh.
As would I.
Yeah.
Me and grandma be sitting next to each other. I would too.
Yeah, she loved to gossip, and I think I made Vivian a little bit nicer than my grandma. I mean, my grandma was really, really good to us when we were little, and it was really easy to get along with her. But as we got older, there was less to talk about. My sisters and I went to college, and I really think she had not a chip, maybe kind of a chip on her shoulder about education. I think she would have liked to have been more educated. And, since she couldn't, it was a sore spot for her.
Yeah,
So
held a little animosity there, maybe.
Pardon?
I said it maybe held a little animosity there.
Definitely, yeah. And then just didn't know, we'd be talking about what we were studying, and she would just kind of, well, at the market today, the milk was on sale, and
Yeah.
she, and I felt bad. I was like, well, I don't know how to, it was really hard to find some kind of
Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aww.
See, my grandmother that I grew up with is Croatian, and she worked in the cannery, Starkist Tuna Cannery here in San Pedro. So it wasn't switchboard operating, but it was the same thing. All those ladies working around the tables, and she was a floor lady. So, she thought she was big shit with her green hat when everyone else wore the white hats. That was like the four flushers. And they gossiped all the same. So, oh my God, to this day, when they played their bingo and their tombola, it's the same thing. It's hysterical.
Did she immigrate from Croatia? So she
had to
learn English?
leave. She had to leave Yugoslavia when she was 14 because of the war.
Yeah.
And they went through Italy, and they had to stay in a refugee camp for 2 years in Egypt in El Shot camp. That's where she was at.
That's a cool book.
Oh my God, my grandma's life.
Somebody write
Yeah, you want a book idea? You just call her.
We'll talk later. And I'm the family historian, so I have all of that. It's cool. And even my dad's family. My dad was the first generation. I'm the first generation in America from his side. So I have the transatlantic records when they came over and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
The ship manifests. Yeah. So
new book, new box. Exactly, right?
You could have the Starkist Tuna.
Yeah.
Right? Got to add in her favorite games and stuff.
We have the original Starkist glasses. Like the little crystal glasses with the Starkist etched in, the box that they used to have. Yeah. It's fun, but yep.
Wow.
That was San Pedro's version of the phone operators.
Oh, so we have a question over here. Speaking of, how did you come up with the four-flusher?
That was all my grandma, and I don't think she understood what it meant, but like she and my grandpa used to say it, and that's how they referred to the really wealthy people in town. Oh, those four flushers. And I've done so much research. I'm like, what is it really like? It's and it's like card playing. Four flusher is somebody who's pretending to have a really good hand, and they don't. So she was using it wrong, but it was funny the way she used to say it.
Well, I like it because they all pretend like life is grand, and then you've got the Bettys who you realize life isn't so sweet, right? It's not so perfect. So
she was holding on too tight. Betty was.
Oh my God, I want to know what happened to Betty after. Can we get a Betty book? Oh.
All about Betty. Yeah, there's enough. I had to kind of edit down like the backstories of a lot of people because I'd be like, ooh, and I'm gonna write a whole thing about this one, and I'm like, no, focus. Yeah.
You could just like write like a whole world.
Yeah,
right
there.
Worcester.
It's gonna be like Gone with the Wind. It's like that thick.
Yeah. I could do it. I could.
I love
it.
So
did you have like a favorite character to write? Not always.
I loved Flora. I love how you mentioned Howdy Doody. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Howdy Doody, my mom used to watch it. Okay. And I have a in my Pinterest page, I think I found they had Howdy Doody cereal, I think. It was very, very, very popular.
Yeah, we have a whole series, right?
Oh no, I could. What was your question? I lost my train of thought.
Did you have a favorite character to write? And you said Flora.
Oh yeah, Flora.
Yeah. She was my favorite to read about because she's just like, you got like a little bit more of her background at the end. Yeah. I was like, what a lovely gift. Right? I was not expecting that at all. And I was like, oh, she was like my favorite. I really was so excited to like have that extra little bit on her. Oh,
yeah.
That was
nice. Yeah, she was definitely the most likable. And the whole her time in New York. I've been working on something else in like New York in the like right around 1920. And that whole did you guys ever see the movie Stage Door?
I haven't. Mm-mm.
It's I watched a ton of old movies. Stage Door is like it's Katharine Hepburn and I think Ginger Rogers, and it's all these women like these wannabe actresses, and they all live in this like a brownstone in New York, and
Okay.
there was a place there. I think Carol Burnett might have stayed there.
So cool.
I can't remember, the something club, but it was affordable housing for women who were, on Broadway or trying to make it on Broadway. And so Flora had a little bit of that. She didn't live in one of those houses, but her like going to the Actors Club, like that was a real place where they would provide free meals for the struggling actors and stuff. Oh, you saw
That
it.
reminds me.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the housing that was described in Paris Seamstress
Seamstress, yeah.
with the acting models when they were in like the Barbizon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, we read that one in January, so I was like, oh, good. We actually know what she's talking about. Oh, that is super cool. So is that what you're working on currently?
No, I've shifted gears. I need to rework that one. But it's that you mentioned the Paris seamstress. I have one completely finished. It's a little bit unconventional, because the World War II novels have been popular for at least 7 years, and I kind of turn it on its ear a little bit and focus on like the cliches about France. And but the character was a seamstress at Chanel right before the war broke out. And I did a ton of research. I have, a ton of Chanel biographies, and my grandfather on my dad's side used to be a tailor. He was like a master tailor. So I've got that. My mom had her own clothing line in the early 80s for a little brief time. So I've always been super interested in fashion. And so that one, I need to find a home for that one. And then I just finished writing a thriller, which incorporates a lot of the traveling that I did back in the 90s. It's a woman who goes to Central and South America to supposedly learn Spanish, but maybe that's not exactly.
Ooh, that's where my dad's family's from.
Pardon?
There you go. My dad's family is from Peru.
Oh,
yeah.
I stick with Ecuador and Guatemala, but I have been to Peru. I love Peru. It's amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a definite culture shock if you've never traveled kind of outside of the state. Oh, but it's beautiful. Well, if you want to write a World War II book about a crotchety Croatian, let me know, and I'll give you my grandmother's stories. There's a lot there.
Now, you said Yugoslavia, was it? It was Yugoslavia back then.
It was Yugoslavia, yeah. And if you
now it's
tell
Croatia.
her and some of the ladies her age nowadays that they are from Croatia, you will get a mouthful because they are from Yugoslavia.
Yeah, I understand that. I do.
A definite generation gap in that, but I mean, she's right. She was born in Yugoslavia.
And then it just changed.
And then it just but crotchety Croatian. That's a book title. Yeah. There it is. The crotchety Croatian.
I feel like it would be like a series though. Like like the Janet Ivanovich ones where it's like, about like a grandmother who's like super hilarious and like her granddaughter who does like, the investigating. But it would be like the grandma, like the crotchety Croatian, investigates this.
I love it. I love it.
That would definitely be something I could say.
I like how she's already got her book title.
There you go. Just like a bunch
Take
of
notes.
Yeah. Let's see. I have a book that's only in the family my uncle wrote. The experiences of his time in Vietnam. That's very cool.
That is cool.
To have like a family book that like just the family like kind of knows about and can read. That's a neat idea.
That is neat.
I want to get on it.
Documents.
Well, they have that. They have that company now where I guess they ship you out a thing and every so often you write down stories and then they'll put it together in a book for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So I did see in reading the notes in the back of your book that your publisher office is located in the original like AT&T building.
Oh, I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. How that all kind of came together there. Because that's where the first Coast to Coast call came from, correct? The New York to San Francisco.
Dang.
Let me brush you up a little bit. So yeah, in 1915, Alexander Graham Bell placed a transcontinental phone call from an AT&T building in New York to his assistant, Thomas Watson, in San Francisco. So that was the official beginnings of AT&T Transcontinental, and that's where your imprint publisher's office was. Very cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Very neat.
She's like, oh my God, I didn't know things were
It all came full circle. Okay, let's see. I have a few questions here. Did your path for Vivian or any of the other characters change as you were writing?
Oh, that's a good question. Vivian, I made her a little more sympathetic because I think the way I had it originally, she was just the villain, and you didn't like, I had it all in my head, like why she was the way she was, but I hadn't actually put it down on paper.
Yeah.
And my editor was like, could you add a little bit more nuance for her? And I was like, yes, I can.
Yes, okay.
Because I had, I've got it all in here, but it's, sometimes it's too much. It takes away from the story. But for her, yeah, there were a couple of scenes where I just kind of, like really put her feelings into it.
Yeah.
So you could see, like, everybody's complex, and everybody, the way that they present themselves is how they want other people to see them. And it's, sometimes maybe hard for them to actually acknowledge how they are inside.
Well, good job. Because at one point I was like, God, Vivian's the worst.
She is the worst.
And then I was like, oh, thank goodness. Like, we get those little bits and pieces of like, don't forget she's a human being. So,
yeah,
and that was really nice, like refresher, like, don't forget she's a human being. And then like, oh, here's more build on her character and why she is the way she is. And, oh my goodness. And then all the way up to the end, I was quite surprised. She gave her sister the Claddagh ring. Stop.
I would have snapped that finger once I put it on and be like, there you go, broad. And I'm out the door. Like, I thought I hated Betty. Oh my gosh, Farrah. I told the girls, I said, the relationship is not in the book for no reason. Something's up, and I have a feeling, and they're like, well, I don't know, because remember, she couldn't recognize the voice. Well, see, now that makes sense, because she gave the info to someone else. Right, but oh my God, I had to stop reading, and I went in the chat, and I was like, I knew it. I was just,
and I've got two sisters, so I know that stuff can kind of like, and it's stuff that is not important to anyone else,
right?
But stuff that when you were little that was really meaningful to you. I'll come back to this, but I do want to say, answer the false tooth thing. My grandma had all of her teeth pulled out, and so the false teeth, she had all of her teeth pulled out, and so that she could wear dentures that were very straight and nice.
Oh,
probably like in her 20s too. So that was
she was like, just get rid of him. I don't need these. Give me a nice set. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. She said, what's Invisalign? Pull them.
Yeah. But Vera was really resentful of and that came a lot from my grandma's real family, is that my grandma was a little bit more attractive, I think, than her older sister, and her older sister was bossy like that, and probably, and I think there was something my mom had mentioned, that my great aunt, the man that she married, I think had initially liked my grandmother, but it was one of those.
Ooh.
Yeah, and an earlier version of the story, I had a lot more of that in there. So
the siblings thing, I was like, so is it, are we taking from your grandmother's siblings? Are we taking from your siblings' relationships?
Not mine. I mean, but stuff that you could easily apply to, any kind of rivalry. But that definitely came from my grandma's family.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Wally, when she went up to the bathroom and Wally walks out and then makes this little snarky comment, how she didn't belt him one, I don't know. Oh my God, Wally! I would have threw him down the stairs.
Yeah, like family, and especially I think her family. They're all of the various people that were married into it. They all had their weird quirks, and I sort of pulled out all the worst ones.
Oh my goodness, fake baby in health class while they were dating. No. Did that end like the relationship? Because
Yeah,
we had
because you
to do
can't
like
be stepmama auntie. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
so funny.
a little weird.
you remember in school, I don't know if they did it for everyone, but in school we had to take care of an egg, like a raw egg for a week. And we had to like bring
I
it back.
didn't have to do that, but people did. Yeah.
Yeah, and our teacher like marked it so that you couldn't like replace the egg
Oh,
during the
right.
week.
Like you drop it.
Everyone's over there like trying to copy that little signature. But we did not. No, he's like, I never gave this egg out. I can tell you that's a terrible copy. Terrible. But
All you had to do was like put it in the fridge and then just wait until you had to turn it back in.
no, you were supposed to take it with you everywhere you went, like you would a kid. That was a good
How
one.
would they
I
know?
mean,
How would
yeah.
they know?
So Sherry
try
says
to
her
put
grandmother
me-
and her sister used to taunt each other.
Yeah, well, this one right here is my sister, who is usually on with us, but she is the one nursing a baby right now. So
Aw.
I have the birth certificates we had to make for our electronic babies. Wow. Yeah,
Oh my God.
there you go. Favorite part.
Oh.
She dropped her driver's license and got caught. I was like,
Mildred,
Mildred.
I'm done. Oh, Mildred, good old Millie. See, this is where Vivi and I differ, though, because instead of coming up with this big I Love Lucy scheme to get the info,
Yeah.
I would have just walked up and been like, "Hey, Millie,
Oh yeah.
I know you don't know me, but this is who I am, and I just found this out. Can you give me some backstory?" You know what I mean? So I'm a little
You're
bit more direct
straightforward
in
like
that.
that. Vivian had a lot of
my
insecurities and a
God.
lot of anxieties.
Oh, it's hilarious.
The
Yeah.
funny thing was, have you guys read that scene where she pretended to be a census taker? I read
That was so good.
she wrote The Glass Castle, Jeanette Walls.
Right.
Did you guys read The Glass Castle?
I actually haven't. That one has
you
been
have
on the
to.
list for way too long.
It's so beautiful. No, that's so good. But she wrote another one, Half Broke Horses, and it's about her grandmother. And I think her grandmother actually did that. She pretended to be a census taker to find out information about somebody that I think her husband was cheating with.
That's funny.
And I read that after I'd already written that scene. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, how funny. I guess, we can't really do that anymore unless you call and say census. But
There's so much that you can't, like the books from back, like before the 90s had it so much easier. You could pretend to be somebody else, but now there's Google and you can look up where people live and blah, blah, blah. I would have just been like, something about the birdhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's like, where did the birdhouse come from, Millie?
Yeah, I have the same one in my yard. Thanks.
Right. Looks a lot like my kid's dollhouse. Care to
So
explain?
that happened. My grandma didn't confront her, but and they didn't have a kid as far as I know. So that part was embellished, but
okay.
Oh.
That part. But that was so funny. I was like surprised to have just that like little extra bit right there. I was like, ooh, the birdhouse.
I had a whole other scene. Wait, my grandmother had her first in 1920. She married twice more.
Pretended the second never took
Just like,
place.
nope, that didn't happen.
Oh my goodness.
The scene where she goes to visit Mildred, I had a whole other thing where she actually broke into the house, and it was a little convoluted and had an interaction with the dog, and
I'm into that too. Put it in the book with Betty.
The dog.
Put it in Betty's book.
Yeah, everything that I cut out of this one, I'll be like,
you have to put it into that next one. I have a feeling.
Oh, really?
To watch for
I had a lot of people just asking me even after they finished. They were like, "No, wait, was Edward at the prison for the son?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So good for you for figuring that out.
I liked that. That. You're really good at bringing these things together and around.
Thank you.
It's
fun. It's fun when it happens.
That was fun. I was totally surprised that Vera was the gossip girl. Yeah, we were all wondering about that. Edward and his son. Ooh, and the mayor.
Oh, that really happened.
Ooh.
There was that was a whole other part that I think I wrote and then cut out. The guy ended up killing himself. But he had been stealing from the polio fund.
No.
I know.
Sad.
Ooh,
I did all this research and I'm reading about this. I'm like, oh my God, this is great.
that's juicy. That is juicy. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's like, how do you decide what's going to get cut and not? Obviously, the good bits weren't, but
Yeah, your agent and your editor will help you because, when you're writing it, you're like, everything is important. It all belongs in the book. And they're like, no, it doesn't.
so was there anything that was cut that you really, really wanted to keep in?
No.
Okay. That's good.
Nope.
So they did okay. They did their job.
Yep, they were good.
Okay, let's see.
So I think we need to take a trip to Worcester.
Oh my gosh, I
This-
love Worcester. I haven't been there in a
this-
really long time, but it is a really sweet little town. And I really liked when I was doing all the research about that road that Edward took her on, the really super bumpy road. It doesn't exist anymore. So I had been like reading about this and I'm like, oh my God, and it's not even there anymore.
Aw.
I think
So
they
you
paved
can't
over
like
it
go
or
down
something.
memory lane in your
Yeah.
book. For everybody who would like take your book to that road, it's like,
I know.
yeah.
They're like,
That's so
ready,
funny.
everybody start jumping. You're just bouncing yourself.
While you're
Jumping on the road.
Speaking of Edward, his first anniversary gifts were the sweetest thing. I felt throughout the entire story that he truly did love her, and he was such a little stinker for a minute. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like him in the end. I don't know.
Did you guys find that I think, I don't remember if it was my agent or my editor that was like, we would like to hear more from Edward. And I'm like, no,
Yes.
because he was just one of those stoic men. Like my grandfather barely, I don't remember him talking at all.
I think
No,
I wanted
liked
to
the way
see
he
him
was.
sweat it out more in the book. Like I wanted to hear his explanation for not telling her, for not being honest, for hiding his son. Like I wanted to see him like
Express
hurt or
himself.
hurting her. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I understand also men of the era. It was
Oh my
different.
God, not expressive at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially my grandpa. Yeah.
I felt like that was appropriate though, because instead of him, using words, which was not going to happen at that time, he, just had such a kind gesture, one that was really unexpected and obviously very sweet. And then of course we had to put our notebook in there, but I loved that. I thought it was really cool.
Oh,
of him
good.
that was a good redeeming way to like get back in her, good graces there. But
I don't give him too much
Just
credit
like the
for
milk.
it. No, I don't give him too much credit for it because he should that is the least he could have done for all that
Yeah.
bullshit.
True.
The least
Yeah.
he could have done.
But a good
Yeah.
start. Good start. Maybe he helps her through school. You don't know what happens after. So
I know.
Yeah. Mhm.
let's see. This book was amazing. A lot of things made my mouth drop.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes. Like the bank robbers being brother and sister, the husband being in on it, and the mayor was their dad. That's like a very brief explanation of a lot of stuff that went down.
You just
Good job,
encapsulated
Matt.
all the spoilers in one.
Right. Don't watch. If you don't like spoilers, don't watch us.
Yeah.
So
I know.
we ended, what did we end? We ended week 3 with
Mhm.
Flora's husband, Bill, showing up in the doorway.
Yeah.
Right?
It
And then
ended
we had
like
to stop
overnight.
reading. So we were like, what? So I
Perfect.
thought it was going to be a very negative, like, oh my God, he found him. What is going to
Yeah.
happen? And then I'm like, oh my God, like he's in on it. That's her brother. That's gross. And then people think they're lovers, ew. But she still got her husband, and that's fantastic. I was just all over the place. All over the place.
That was so, yeah, it's fun because most of us, some of our gals get super excited and they just got to read ahead, but we do divide it into 4 weeks and we try and get it like even if it's going to be beginning or, like if the exact quarter is like in the middle of a chapter, we try to like bring it to the closer chapter, but I swear every week it was right on the edge of something. And I was like,
Oh, good. Cliffhangers.
ooh,
Yes.
ooh, I can't wait. All of these gals, I can't wait to read tomorrow. I might just have to read tonight. It was so fun.
Yay.
Yeah, we got plenty of cheaters. No matter how hard we try to not jump ahead, because you don't want to get like confused during our weekly discussions.
Right.
And give away something like someone may or may not have here and there. Our
Oh,
other gal,
Ashley, me
Mom
too.
Lee, she did in the first week. She was like, "So how about that botched belly button?" I was like, "What?"
That was also real. My grandma did not have a belly button.
Oh wow!
I know. We used to, when we were little, we would show up to the house, like when we'd go, we'd drive out there to visit. And the first thing I think I would do, I'd run in, I'd be like, "Grandma, take out your teeth. Show us your belly button."
Oh,
My
wow.
mom was like, "Gretchen." And my grandma was always, she'd take her teeth out and like do a funny little mouth thing. And she was
Oh
really
my gosh. I love that because so many people are always so like ashamed of those kinds of things. And it's neat when like someone can just play with it and let it be fun for like their grandkids. And that's
Yeah.
very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Lori decided that she was just going to read the whole book in one stint and then hop on here at the end. So she didn't give it away. Very well done, Lori. Everyone agrees this would be a really good movie. So,
Oh,
speaking of a really good movie, had you thought about that at all? If someone were to make a movie of this book, with
we
that,
actually, before the book came out, I was in discussions for it to be a series, and it didn't materialize. I was really, really bummed, because I love the person who was interested. But I'm still hopeful that it would. I think it would be really fun to see,
I
like
agree.
how, like I didn't have anybody specific in mind, and the person who reached out was not who I would have pictured. But then I was like, oh, I could totally see her doing this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still have my fingers crossed. I would love it. I would really, really love it.
And so you don't have any character in mind for anybody in this book? Not
Well,
one?
no, because I was kind of picturing my grandma and my grandpa, because I have pictures from them from back
Right.
then. And
Right.
it was interesting. Somebody on Facebook had said she like said, oh, I could see, I think she said Jennifer Goodwin playing Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
One of
God,
our
I'm
gals
getting
said
this
that
wrong.
last week, actually. How funny is that?
Wait, what happened?
One of our book club gals had mentioned her last week.
Jennifer Goodwin?
Yeah, they were like, "Ooh,
Ah!
she would be good."
She's a sweetheart. She would make Vivian really, really likable.
Yeah.
And then she saw January Jones playing Betty. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I picture Betty as super dark hair.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I wasn't picturing a blonde, but
Yeah, I don't
This
know.
is this is my Vivian.
oh,
Sarah
I love
Paulson.
Sarah Paulson. Oh my
Right?
God. Oh my God. I love Sarah Paulson.
That's my
Thank you.
Vivian.
Yes, I second that and third it. She's amazing.
I agree. She
would
would
love
be pretty. She would be pretty.
And okay, wait, actually, I thought, I'm like, ooh, if Sarah Paulson did it, and I would love Amanda Peet to do Betty.
Ooh.
Because you guys are probably, I think you're
Kinda
pretty young, but there was a show in the late 90s that was called Jack and Jill, and it was Sarah Paulson and Amanda Peet, and I loved it. And I was out of the country for a few months, and when I came back, the show had been canceled, and I was so bummed.
Yeah.
But I still see the two of them get together. They're still friends, and
That would be pretty good, actually.
This is who I saw as Betty. Remember from The Help?
oh,
eats
she's
the,
good.
pie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Bryce
Oh,
Dallas
'cause
Howard.
it's
I
just
love
so
her.
easy to
Bryce
hate
Dallas
her.
Howard, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just so easy to hate her. Yeah.
So easy to hate her.
Yeah.
In that one, I don't know that I could hate her more in any other movie, but like she'd be a really good Betty.
Yeah.
She could be
The one thing I was thinking would be really hard would be casting Flora. And I feel like it would, oh, that's funny. It would have to be somebody unknown because otherwise it would totally be a spoiler.
Yeah.
That's true. You'd have to get somebody
And they
like,
have to pass, right?
Yeah.
So they have to be, yeah.
They would have to have
Yeah.
mixed heritage and
Yeah.
which I don't think would be hard to find. But
no, not now. That's
but
for
there
sure.
are a few actresses that play. Did you guys see the movie Passing?
No.
Oh, the book is amazing. So good. But Rebecca, oh shoot, Rebecca, I can't remember her last name, directed it, and Tessa Thompson was in it, and Ruth Negga, and the two of them played these characters, and it's about these two women who both like in the 1920s, and one of
I
them.
see who you're talking about here.
Yes. Oh God, the movie's in black and white. That's interesting to see the
She's
color.
beautiful.
Yeah, they're both gorgeous, but I feel like Ruth Negga gets chosen for those roles pretty regularly because I was thinking,
Right.
oh, it could be her, but then everybody would kind of guess what the thing was because she
Yeah.
did a movie called the Virginia versus Loving, it was about the court case for interracial marriages, and
Right,
she
yeah.
played So, but they're amazing.
Ooh.
Oh gosh, that movie is so good. It's so good.
See, now there's all kinds of stuff just adding to my list.
Wait, tell me, since you have that
Right.
up on your phone, who is the director? It's gonna kill me. Rebecca.
Hall.
Yes. I don't know why I couldn't
She's
think
an
of that. Okay.
actress too, right? The actress? Yes, it is
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. She was in The Town, but she
Yeah.
directed it. It's beautiful. It's so well done, and it did not get enough. I don't think it got enough publicity. I don't think enough people heard about it, but put it on your
No.
list. It's so good.
Yeah, and she's fantastic. Rebecca Hall, I actually like her in everything I've seen her in as well. So
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see her as a director. Go girl. Love that. Who did we had nobody could agree on Edward. That's for sure.
On who would play him?
I said, what's his name? Ham.
John
John
Hamm.
Hamm.
I like
Yes.
John Hamm. Yeah. I could
had
see
an
that.
originally
Put a little
pictured
weird
him.
goatee on him. My grandpa had
Yeah,
a weird
I
goatee.
hadn't really originally pictured him, but when she said it, I was like, yeah, he could do
Yeah.
it. Yes, he could. All right, let's see. We've got Rashida Jones,
I love Rashida. Oh, I actually did think of her. I love Rashida Jones.
Zendaya. Yeah,
Zendaya is kind of young for Flora.
She is young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's awesome, but she's
They
a
could
little
like
young.
maybe age her a little, but I guess it depends on when it's made.
True.
We'll see.
True.
Yeah,
So
John
you
Hamm.
know what? Halsey is actually mixed. She is Black, Italian, and Hungarian and Irish.
Yeah.
That's a fun
So
mix.
and then
Yeah.
she has that passing look.
Yeah.
But
Does she act?
she's
don't
a
know,
singer.
but- Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I
actress.
knew that. I didn't
Yeah.
know if she had ever done any acting.
I think she's done some acting.
Hugh Jackman
You know,
for
they
Edward. I
all
could
do.
easily see that. Hugh Jackman, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I could totally see it.
To play off of Sarah Paulson too, I feel like that would be.
And I love Sarah Paulson.
I know. Oh my
she's so
God.
good. I think I had other ideas, and then when Anna said that, they all just were gone.
You're like, that's the one.
Whole body, yeah.
Who did anybody think of for the mayor? The guy who played the dad of Nancy and Mike on Stranger Things as Edward.
I have not. I don't know Stranger Things.
I don't
so
watch
would
that
not-
show.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Let's see.
See, when I was reading for the mayor, I like older John Goodman or younger John Goodman.
For the
type,
mayor?
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh no, I
Not the way
would
he is
picture
now,
him
but-
for the Hunziker.
Oh,
That
that'll work too.
guy.
Ah,
Like Boss Hog with his big cigar.
yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
that is super funny. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more questions before we play a game and do our giveaway? Do you guys have any other questions? You just have to ask her before we move on and start playing our games and doing our giveaway.
Hold on, I gotta show her my Mildred.
Oh my gosh, you're Mildred.
I gotta show her.
Poor
I gotta show
Mildred.
her.
She didn't want
Gotta
to
show her Millie. Have you seen this actress from SNL?
Oh, I love 80 Bright. Oh, 80's too pretty to be Mildred.
I know. They'd have
She's
to
so
You know, like
pretty.
even when Melissa McCarthy plays like her, characters with no makeup and yes, that's how I envision her. Like
Did you
this
see
actress or
the Melissa McCarthy Can You Ever Forgive Me?
no.
I haven't seen that one. I swear that's
Look
the
it
one.
up because it's like no makeup and the hair is bad
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything, but she's so sweet, it just shines through. 80
Yeah.
Bryant has that like sunshiny quality.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
She's a good actress.
era.
I'm sure she could play
Oh my
somebody.
God, it'd be hysterical.
They'd have to like rough her up a little bit though, but yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, no, she does like that like raw look really
Yeah.
well. Really
Like
well.
when she's
she
in
was like
Tammy?
that in Tammy.
Or
yeah.
even in Bridesmaids. Yeah, she's got no makeup on there.
No,
I love
she
her.
doesn't. She's
Her and her
she's
undercarriage.
definitely Mildred like without her makeup. Just show up at the door. What?
I know.
Oh my God, Vanessa and her Doctor Now. I can't. Have you ever seen My 600-Pound Life?
No.
I haven't either.
It's this reality show, and this is a weight loss doctor. He
I'm gonna
is
show
the,
you while she's talking.
he is the funkiest looking thing, and Vanessa thought that he was going to be one of the characters. Was it Edward that she was saying?
She
Vanessa,
said she
we were
hated
dying.
him so much that she just could not be
I love it.
I was
Wow,
like,
is
We're
that
like,
a real person?
yes.
Is he angry all the time?
He that's just how he looks. I don't know. But we
Oh
were like,
my
yeah,
gosh,
we're supposed to be attractive. Or else
Vanessa,
it would have
not a
been really
fan
easy for her to leave it.
of Edward.
oh my god.
I feel bad for my grandpa now.
Oh no. Well, the rest of us agree with John Hamm, so
And yes, thank you.
oh yeah,
Good
Rebecca
Lord.
did say what was it, the monster version of Charlize Theron? She
Yeah.
was so big in Monster. I was just shocked to see her like that. Shocked.
That
I was
was a
like, I
good
wouldn't even do
mod.
that to Mildred though. I would not.
Well, she looked so much like the real lady. It was scary. Like,
Yeah.
oh, if you see the documentaries of like the real woman, you're just like, oh my God, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are going to do our giveaway really fast, and then we are going to play a game with you.
And I am going to eat a piece of this.
Ooh, good. We get to experience this live. Please do. Because when I did, it was a little embarrassing. So,
Okay, I don't think I like. You know what's funny? My other grandma, not the grandma that Vivian's based on, but my other grandma used to give store-bought fruitcakes for every holiday.
oh, store-bought. Okay.
And we
Those
were
are
My
like,
the
grandma
ones that
used to make them homemade, and she would soak them in brandy for like a week before passing them out.
were they good?
Yeah. Oh, bomb.
Oh.
They were amazing. They were
Yeah.
amazing. Like my dad's brother, so my uncle from the other side of the family would even have her shipped to him in Florida every year. And she would ship them in the tins, wrapped in cheesecloth, soaked in brandy. Oh, it was hysterical. It was so good.
It smells kind of like a fruit roll-up.
It
Yeah,
smells
a little
that
bit,
way.
little crunchy fruit roll-up.
It smells that way.
Just make sure you off that red little paper piece.
Oh, is that paper?
The edge, yeah, there's
Yeah,
paper
that's
on
not
the
edible.
edge. I almost ate it. That would have made it taste better. But that's just me.
Oh, why did they put that's weird? That's like a rind. All right.
It's probably
Thank you,
because
I
they
would've
make it in
eaten
a
that.
loaf and then like slice it.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
think just to
leave
keep it
the, like,
moist.
loaf in.
Just to keep it moist. Look at her face.
It's
That was
not
a very
bad.
tiny bite. It's not bad.
I know.
It's not bad. They're popular. You know, a
No,
lot of people
she
like
told
good old
me-
Claxton.
She told me to take a big old bite and then make sure I got some of that red cherry on there. And I was like, okay, fine, I will. I've never liked fruitcake in my life. And this was
It's
not,
fine.
not
No, I
taking
have never
fruitcake.
heard of this before.
Claxtons. Apparently, they are very popular for their fruitcakes, and they were sold out for the
Like-
longest time
Yeah,
that
they
I
were.
could.
Oh, you're kidding.
I swear.
I'm gonna just gently take that away and never consume it.
Where did you find it?
She
On
found them like
Amazon.
in England somewhere first.
Yes,
She's like, girl, I gotta
you
get
can
them
buy
from
them
England.
you can buy them by the full loaves, and they're like
Yeah.
probably like 30 pounds of brick. And then I found them individually wrapped, so I thought that's better. to
This is
just
a
give
perfect
people-
size.
Yeah, that'll last you probably
Yes, it
till
does.
Christmas.
Since 1910. That's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
how
it's
old
Probably
the
when they
bar
made it.
Is it
Probably
good
when they
for
made
me?
it.
Should I keep eating it? Am I getting
mean,
any
I
nutritional
survived.
value?
Yeah. I
But Anna really likes fruitcake, and I've never experienced one that was good. So
Well, no. I like Nana's fruitcake.
exactly.
I
So
don't
you do
eat
Soaked in the
store-bought
brandy,
fruitcake.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I took this bar and just like stuck it in a bottle of brandy and then pulled it out a week later and ate it, if I would just enjoy it more because it was too buzzed to care.
Yes.
But I'm gonna have
If
Probably.
I
to,
drank a bottle of brandy, then ate it, I bet that
Yeah,
would taste
or
good.
do that. Anything would taste good. Yeah,
Okay, I
it was
interrupted your
very
giveaway.
unpopular. Speaking of
Vitamina Vegemix.
right?
Right.
God, I don't think you're gonna find someone here who is not a big fan of I Love Lucy, and to
Uh.
have her show up in your book, another treat. Thank you.
Loved it.
Because
I
we
have
all,
cookie
like, I remember
jar.
growing up watching it too. So
I know they showed the
Oh, yeah.
reruns.
yes, they did.
In
We all
our day.
sat together
Oh,
as
yeah.
a family and we would watch it. Ooh, it would rerun in the middle of the night. So if you had a bad dream, you could go
Aw.
snuggle up with mom and watch I Love Lucy.
Oh.
Such good memories.
Well, for me,
Ugh.
that was a sick day. You watched Gilligan's Island, I Love Lucy, The Price is Right. That was like you're homesick. Yeah.
Did you watch Love American Style, or was that just me?
Love American Style. It sounds
No.
familiar for some reason.
That was 70s. I think that's before your time. It's bad at that Italian cake they think real Italians make.
What is that
Is
one?
that
What
the
Italian?
Oh, is
Love
that like
American.
the I think she's talking about the oh my gosh, what's it
Is
called?
that the one?
Yes,
Love American
that's Julie
Style.
What
Newmar.
is it?
Look at that.
This right here.
It was such a cheesy show, but I would watch it when I was homesick. Yeah.
Oh my
Aw,
gosh.
I love that. Oh, there we
Love
go.
it.
Sherry says, I remember that. And Jessica. Munsters was your fave to watch.
Yes. They're coming out
Middle
with
of
a
the night.
remake. Did you know that?
I did hear that.
They are going to have a
Monsters.
remake of the Munsters, and it is actually directed by Rob Zombie.
That's
But
weird.
it's going to be, very kind of like an Addams Family, like a family PG. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one to come out.
That'll be interesting. Rob Zombie does a PG family film. Okay.
He is older now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. He's probably done all like the jump
He's like a
scares
Tim
and
Burton.
horror freak
Yeah.
stuff that he could do. Should be interesting. All right, you guys. So we're going to do our giveaway and then we will announce our winner, who we are going to announce live. So you get to enjoy that, ladies. So I'm going to pop it up here and Anna can tell us
Yes.
about our giveaway.
So far, we've had, I think, pretty much everything that was important in the book represented in our box.
Minus
And
the
these
fire
are
and
the
ice
last.
you can't get.
Well, yeah, I looked for the Revlon Fire and Ice and the Plum. You just can't get it. So these were the last two things that I felt would really round it out. So we can put that up and
Yeah.
boom.
Oh, look at that.
So somebody is going to win themselves the, how do you say it, Tasha?
Lada.
The ring?
Clatta.
The Clatta ring. So I'll get your ring size from you. And what that is on top is a special edition Life magazine. And it is all about Lucy and Desi and their love story and the making of the show and her early beginnings in show business. So very fun.
Let's see, and who is our winner going to be, ladies?
Rebecca!
Ah, look at that.
Congratulations! That's awesome.
How fun.
Congrats.
Now I gotta
So
figure out
Rebecca,
how-
just DM me your ring size and then we will be sending this out to you.
Oh my gosh, how exciting that they
Rebecca,
literally
do you have a
just-
sister?
What was that?
I asked Rebecca if she had a sister.
She has 2 daughters and they steal all her box
They steal
items.
all her box items. All of them. And she does have a sister. Wow. And she's
Oh.
older.
And she's older.
There you go.
Stop! I love
Not
it.
saying anything.
I love it.
Yay, that's so exciting.
That is
Who was
super
married
fun.
first, Rebecca? Who was married first? You or your sister?
She said
And they're
you were
Irish.
And we're
You see?
Speaking of Irish, for anyone who listened to the audiobook, her dad had the best accent. What a wonderful narrator. She had such a great voice. I
Oh,
liked it.
good. Okay.
Yeah, and the accent that she did for their dad was
For
really-
Patty.
Yeah. Oh, loved it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Let's see. She was by like 5 minutes.
Older.
Not really. She was married about 3 years ahead of me. Like 5 minutes. So
Well,
would
she
get
ain't
to-
getting that ring, Rebecca.
She's not getting that ring. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yay. That's super exciting. And it was fun that you could save the the ring for like the very end. I
Do you guys, so you guys do that with every box? There's like a special something that you hold back. That
yeah, we do like a themed kind of giveaway for the end of like every. Sometimes we do 2, depending on like if we just can't decide on one giveaway.
Yeah.
And then other times we'll just do like one, really good one. So that one.
So cool.
This month we just did the one for this month, which is super exciting. Let's see. Whichever one of my girls doesn't get my original engagement ring can now get a lot of ring. Aww. That's so cute. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna play a game before she gets tired of us. Anna, are we gonna play this or that, or would you rather? And do you want to go for it?
Ooh, we'll do would you rather.
Okay. Why don't you go for it?
Okay.
So she's going to ask you would you rather, and you can answer them very quickly, or you can elaborate if you would prefer on
okay.
on some of these. Let's see.
Okay. So, would you rather have a friend who loses a borrowed book or dog ears your pages?
Dog ears.
Dog ears. Okay. Would you rather secretly love a book everybody hates or secretly hate a book that everybody loves?
My God, I do both of those all the time. All the time. I'm like, yeah. Actually, I don't know. I will like harangue my friends to read the book that I love, love, love. I'm like, you will love it. You will love it. You will love it. So I don't think that's ever actually happened, that I loved something that everybody else hated. Did I answer the question or no?
Yeah, that's good enough.
You like to go against popular opinion. I like that.
Yeah.
Would
I always feel like there's something wrong with me. I feel like there's something wrong with me. Like if there's a book that is super popular and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to read this. And I'm like, I don't like it. Is that you?
Come hang out
there are a lot of us.
Don't you wonder? Then I have to go. Oh, this is terrible. I have to go on Goodreads and read the negative reviews so that I don't feel so alone.
You feel better about you know what? We were appropriately naming ourselves here the novel bitches because we do tend to differ in opinion on some of these. I'm like, God, who's writing these? Who's writing these reviews? Did they even read the book? Like,
oh yeah, I mean yeah. But I have to find somebody else who agrees with me. Otherwise, I really do think like, okay, I am defective. There is some sort of internal flaw that I have. Like there's something wrong with me that I don't get.
You're like, let me reread this. I must have missed something. There was a book we read last year, and I was against the popular opinion. It wasn't doing it for me. I think
everybody else in the group,
they already know. Yeah. I was spoiled, I think, by the film version, and I just like if I would have read the book first, I don't think I would have ever even tried to watch the movie. Yeah, I just didn't like it.
Well, now I want to know what it is. Send me an email.
Is that Practical Magic, Anna?
Practical Magic.
I haven't read the book, but I love the movie.
See?
Yeah. Okay.
And Anna's gonna say, don't read it.
I love the movie. Didn't care for the book. And there were things in the movie that I really loved that didn't translate, or they didn't, they went away from the book to put those things in the movie. And I just think the movie was a lot better than the print. And normally it's the other way around. But anyway, again, against popular opinion.
It's hard.
So would you rather have dinner with your favorite author or your favorite character?
Ooh.
Wow. Character, I think.
Yeah.
Character? Who is your favorite character?
Okay, now I should change my answer because my favorite character is Tom Ripley and The Talented Mr. Ripley.
I was going to say, you really want to have dinner with him.
I know, I would not. Oh,
but they're making out of dinner. It'd be your last dinner.
I'm going to have to think about that one.
Tom Ripley. That's so good.
Would you rather read a book without page numbers or without chapter numbers?
Oh, without chapter numbers. I've read a couple that I'll look back. I'm like, wait, is there a chapter in here? No. Yeah.
Oh,
page numbers I have to. That helps.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have a friend write a best-selling series where the villain is based on you, or have your parents publish a memoir about all your most embarrassing childhood stories?
Well, I probably wouldn't be friends with a person anymore. So that would, yeah, I'd prefer that. I would not want my parents to write a memoir about my embarrassing exploits. Yeah.
No, same.
But then I would not be friends with that person who made me the villain.
I
Right.
would love to be a villain. but that's
Hello, right? I'd be like, can I be assignments, please? would you, would you rather read books that make you laugh or books that make you cry?
Laugh. And I have been saying that, oh my gosh, most of my posts recently are like, please, more funny books. And I've had a really, really, really hard time finding like good funny novels. Thank you, Ashley. That's the novel that I wrote, the seamstress one is, and humor is subjective, but it's funny. And I've gotten feedback from there was one agent who was like, it's really hard to write funny and you do it really well. So I felt like, okay, good. I feel seen at least.
Good.
Yeah. But I'm like dying for funny novels. And if
That's
you
awesome.
guys haven't read Hope, a Tragedy, please put it on your list. It made me laugh so hard. I've read it twice now, and every time I pick it up and start reading it, I'm just like, it's awesome.
Oh, good. I love it when it makes you laugh out loud. That's good.
It really, yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's consistently funny. Yeah, I love that book. And because yes, thank you. The world has been so heavy.
Yeah.
That's what I can't watch the news anymore. I can't. And I also can't watch movies. Like when you mentioned Monster, I made the mistake one time years ago. Like I rented Monster because I heard it was really good, and I rented Boys Don't Cry, and I watched the two of them back to back, and I was like a big puddle of anxiety and like just crying. I was like, it's very upsetting, and so I can't watch upsetting movies anymore. The last one I watched was The Blind Side, and I was ugly crying for like a half hour,
my God.
and I had a headache. I'm like, no more. No, I just want funny, only funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we invest a lot more time in a book, so I would prefer it to be funny. But I really like when there's some good meat in there. So it's a combo, but I definitely want to laugh out loud while I'm reading. However, like I said, I don't invest as much time or effort into a movie, so it could be kind of whatever it is. So I don't get as like offended at the end of a movie if it's not great, Yeah.
Oh, you guys know what I just watched that I thought was hysterical was the Kristen Wiig movie.
Which one was that?
I'm blanking on all these.
Great.
Barb and Star. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Oh my gosh. She's fantastic. She makes me laugh in like everything she does.
Yeah.
She's just, I don't know, she's spot on. And it's so like
it's a weird, hilarious movie. I'm like, this is the kind of thing we need to be seeing right now. It's so
yes.
You have to watch the Netflix series God's Favorite Idiot with Melissa McCarthy.
I did.
Oh, I watched the whole season. Yeah.
Yep.
Loved it.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh my god.
Yes,
okay, so
those things come up and I put them on my calendar. I'm like, oh my god, I need to watch this.
Right?
Definitely.
So this is gonna be some rapid fire quick questions.
Yeah.
This is this or that. This will let us get to know you a little bit better. So when we stalk you, we know what you like. Tea or coffee?
Okay, it's rapid fire, but I'm going to answer it in a really annoying way. I only just started drinking coffee like last year, and I like the flat white, but daily I drink tea.
Okay,
there you go.
Hot or cold weather?
Ooh, cold.
Cold weather. Morning person or night owl?
Night.
We've noticed that a lot with a lot of our authors.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I read all these interviews where they're like, I get up at 5 and I start writing. I'm like, oh my god.
We haven't read any of them.
I can't even see at 5 a.m. City or country?
Oh, country, I think.
Paperback, hardcover, or ebook?
Definitely not ebook. I like hardcover, but if I have to carry it around, paperback.
Yeah.
Both of mine.
Pencil or pen?
I finally got some really nice pens for Christmas. I asked for like the high-end, really nice ones, and they write really smoothly. So I do like that. But pencil is pretty foolproof, unless
It's forgiving.
Indoors or outdoors?
Or what? What for?
Anything. Would you rather be indoors or outdoors?
Depends on the weather, you know.
It's winter,
Okay.
so.
I really love cold weather when it's winter. I have like a layering system where I can go out and it's like 10 degrees and I'm so happy.
Oh, so you're like, I don't care as long as
love
it's
it.
winter. In, out. Okay.
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Breakfast
But
or
I eat
dinner.
at like 11 o'clock.
Oh, there you go.
See,
Um,
yeah.
Read a book in bed or read a book on the couch?
In bed.
In bed.
Yeah.
Fireplace or bonfire?
Oh, fireplace. I love fireplace.
Ooh.
Library or bookstore?
It depends. Like there's so many different, I like them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever they are, I want them to be super old.
Yeah.
Right.
Really, really old.
Oh, have you've been to LA, right? Obviously.
Yes, I haven't been to a bookstore there though.
Oh, she has to go to
The
where we
last
did our
bookstore.
the last bookstore in
The last
LA. We did our
bookstore.
photo shoot there.
Yeah.
It is amazing. You will love it. And there's so many photo op areas, and it's so cool. So
Okay.
so cool.
That's a fun bookstore.
Host a large gathering or bring your favorite dish to someone else's.
I like to host.
No
Me
one has
too.
said that yet. I like that answer.
Really?
Yes.
I do. I like to host, and I don't worry too much about how everything is going. You know, I'm not one of those like, oh, is everything right? I'm like, I have a drink and make sure everybody else has fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have your fireplace going. It's obviously
Yes.
winter outside. You're just
Exactly.
hosting like a wood
Right.
gathering by the fire.
Leave the windows open so the snow comes in, and you're good to go. Blizzard inside.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Best answers ever, especially when they line up with mine.
It's nice to feel like you're not alone.
Yeah,
No.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
No.
Not
I've
one
been
of us-
reading your book while watching my Christmas in July movies, so it's all been fitting very well.
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yes. So we're
She
good.
waits all year for Christmas, I swear.
It's so fun.
Do you have a favorite holiday?
Christmas is up there. Okay, and since you like Christmas movies, did you see the one that they spoofed? It was Rachel Dratch and Anna Gasteyer.
No, I don't think I did. And
Mm-mm.
I love her. Oh my
It's
god.
called A Clusterfunk Christmas.
No, I haven't seen.
Oh, you guys, it's the funniest thing. I watched it, and I'm not kidding. I watched it 17 times.
Cluster
Oh my
funk
god.
Christmas.
I watched it. I taped it and watched it 17 times throughout December. It was so
I
funny
love it.
because it parodies all of the Hallmark and
Yeah.
what's the other channel?
Oh,
Yeah. Rude.
like
So they're making fun of my Hallmark movies.
No,
Rude.
they parody it.
So, you know,
They parody it because I watch those too, but it's
Yeah.
and it's done lovingly. So it's really
well,
it's
every
you
time
will
my
love it.
husband comes in, every time my husband comes in the room, he's like, so who's losing the farm this time? And what fundraiser are they going to do to save, mom and dad's bake?
You will love this
I'm just
movie. I'm not
dying.
kidding. You will
Yeah.
absolutely love it. It's hysterical.
yeah,
And it doesn't take cheap shots. There are no cheap
Yeah.
shots.
No, I love it.
It's like a loving tribute.
Oh my goodness.
So you know what's next
it
weekend?
has a good cast.
here
I'm
in-
looking at it right here.
Yes, it's so good.
Here in Pasadena next weekend, they're having the Christmas Con, and it is
Stop it.
all of the Hallmark movie actors, and you
Oh,
can
like
go and
Lacey
meet them.
Chabert and
Yes. The
Awesome.
only one that's not going to be there that I'm like, okay, I'm not going to like make it to where I'm absolutely there is Candace Cameron Bure because she's my absolute favorite. But if she was, oh, hell or high water, I'd be there with a Christmas sweater on. I don't care. Like it would have been on. But they're having Pasadena and they're having Christmas crafts and workshops and you can meet them. How amazing.
That's
Oh my God.
hilarious. I watch all of those. I watch them.
Yeah.
But what is the other channel? There are two channels that do it. It's Hallmark and then there's another
Lifetime
one.
sometimes
Yes,
plays them,
Lifetime.
but
I
only
just couldn't
during
think
like
that.
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gretchen,
Oh my
I'm not
goodness.
kidding.
I even watch Christmas in July QVC. This is how bad it is.
That's
So
crazy.
QVC does Christmas in July, and I watch all the products, especially the gourmet foods, and I plan out what treats I'm going to make to give away for the holiday. It's
Oh my
hysterical.
God.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does.
And you live in
Just makes me happy.
California,
And I live in California.
where it
Southern
never
California,
snows.
yeah.
I'm
Where
sad
there's no
now.
snow. I mean, I can go
Oh
to
my
Big
God.
Bear, but yeah, there's no.
Yeah. We're all
It
kind of
snows in my
LA
heart.
area. Not much weather
It just
where we're at.
snows in my heart. We have wildfires, and the ash looks like snow sometimes, but
Oh, I know.
that's that's about it.
That's not so good. That's not so good.
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh my goodness. There was something else up here. What was it? Oh, 50 words. Speaking of, so a lot of people hated this book. All of us expected to hate it. We
I
read it
loved it.
last year. We were like, when you read the description of this book, you're like, great.
Is that the title? 50 words?
It's called 50 Words for Rain.
Rain.
And it was an absolutely fabulous book. I would recommend it to pretty much everyone. That one was like, everybody ended up really enjoying it. And it was like the one that we all expected to hate.
Oh, interesting.
I hate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
look at these girls now. They know.
I
It
was
is
not excited
so-
to read it at all.
No.
I thought it
Anna
was going to be like a total chore.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here we go. Like cherry
Ooh, how did
blossoms
you
and-
pick it?
It was one of
So-
our other girls.
Yeah, the four of us just kind of pick one book a month, and then we just kind of go off of that. But one of the other gals, she picked it, and I think she might have even thought that we were all going to hate her for it. And in the beginning, we were like, "What did you get us into?" But it was one of the best books. It really was fantastic.
50 Words for Rain. I gotta write that.
Yeah, by
Really good.
Asha Lemi, and that one was just fantastic, and she was wonderful as well. But
That was actually one of the books I purchased for my daughter's teacher for her end of the year gift. I gave her
Yeah.
my top 3 favorite books from last year, and that was one of them, and she loved it.
yeah, that one was good. Yeah, Dominique here is the one who picked it for us. She's hopping on, but yeah, she did good. But she also picked Ostrichland, and that one.
Somebody, it was not good. Okay.
So the first half of that book, we were laughing out loud. Every week we came on to talk about it. We were like, oh my God, hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. And then the second half of the book dropped for us.
Oh.
We were like, where'd the funny go? It was
It's
like
a
it had
spoof
like,
of like Solvang, where the
Yeah.
ostriches are. But I really thought that the band that was in the book, the WoW band from I really thought it was real. And I went to look up like if they had concerts coming up, and the girls were dying. And I was like, I really thought I missed the giant golden egg and the band WoW. Like I needed
it
to.
was so bad. We made
It
a
was so
following
bad,
for
it was good.
Yeah. We decided that it was so bad, we were going to take a trip up to Solvang, California, and hang out and actually visit Ostrichland, the ostrich farm that's there. That was a fun little trip that we did, but the book fell flat at the end.
Oh
So,
no, that's just funny.
yeah,
Sometimes
the other
you work
gal who
so
mentioned
hard.
it, she loved it, and we were like,
Wait, who loved it?
this gal Vanessa, I don't know if she's still on, but she read it way later because she joined our book club a little later. So when she read it, just like as an addition, an additional book that week or that month, she's like, God, I loved it. It was so funny. Oh man. And I was
Aw.
like, what? It was so bad. It was ridiculous. Yeah. That was,
Oh,
yeah.
It was
you guys, writing is
But-
really hard. So
And that's
Yeah.
why I don't do it. I just read other people's books and then talk shit about them if they're bad.
yeah, I think I was a lot harsher of a critic before I actually started writing, and then I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
hard.
I can imagine. Because like when I put it to paper, it's like sentences and that's about it. So that's the longest thing I'm gonna write. And it's probably a list of to-dos for the day. So he was
Okay.
a first-time writer, self-published. Well, there you go. Yeah. It was funny. So you can skip that one unless you want to read just the first half and laugh quite a bit.
I do like to laugh. I'll try.
It was funny. It was funny. It's not like a waste of time or anything. It was definitely a funny book. So, and
Okay, I have
something
another
I'll
one
get
for
into.
you. I have
You can
another
do-
funny one for you. And this is, I don't know what it is, but I did this whole, like, I did all these Google searches for funny books, and it took me forever to find these. So the Hope of Tragedy was one. Erasure is the second one. It's really funny, but also like really like thought provoking.
That the movie?
No, I mean it's such a short title, and it's probably, you know, it's a band. It's probably a lot of other things.
Okay.
Percival Everett is the author, and I had never heard of him before. He's written like 20 books. I'm like, why have I never heard of this person?
I always feel
Amazing.
like
That book is so good. He's got the one he's got out now was just nominated for a Booker Prize, I think.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all right. Got
But
some more
Erasure,
recommendations.
hilarious, so funny. Loved it.
Oh, I love it. Thank you for the list of to-dos here.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna post more on my Instagram page. I've just been like, I started reading. I did a little reading from the very first part of Hope of Tragedy, because I'm like, this has been kind of a gross month, and I needed something to lift spirits. So I read a little bit of it, but I was recommending it. God, it's so funny.
Oh, your Insta is fun, by the way. I like.
Oh, good. I enjoy it. I don't think I'm doing it that well, but you know, I just started last year. And I see a lot of people, I'm like, oh, how do they do that, like with the memes and the stuff? So I'm learning. Hopefully
it's hard. It's hard, even for us. Some of us are just, you know, I'll just show up and read and like hang out, and you can just handle all that stuff. But
you guys do TikTok too. I do not TikTok.
So that's Desiree. She mostly is covering the TikTok, and Anna was too. Both of them just had to like drag me in. I was kicking and screaming too. I was like, I don't know about TikTok, you guys.
It's very busy. Like I watch Saturday Night Live
more than I watch TV.
Oh God,
it's just entertaining. And then I send the videos to like all my families and friends, and we just crack up.
How do you get yourself out of it? Like,
right? Yeah, you scroll so long that someone goes,
oh no, hey, I mean, like in the beginning, it's like so like, you know, when you first got Facebook and you're like you're keeping up with the Jones, you know, and then you start to like, okay, I'm just bored, or you know, I'm gonna scroll through real quick, and then you move on to something else. But it's kind of like a bait pen. You gotta get your fix, and then you move on.
And then move on. Anyway, I think you're doing great on Instagram. You were cute. You went live the other day.
Me?
Yeah.
I did a video for the very first time.
Oh, it was a video. Okay. I didn't know if I was seeing like a recording from a live, or if you're just doing your first video.
I taped it, but I didn't do it like multiples. I videotaped it, and then I put it on, because I don't have a thing to set up my phone.
Right.
So I just did it to my, camera, and then I downloaded it to Dropbox.
There you go. See, yeah. Doing the same thing we all would. And then you're like, should I edit?
If I'll have my nephew teach me how to do it like the cool way, where it just takes like 2 steps. He's 12. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, I gotta say, we absolutely loved it. This one is definitely gonna be on our favorites list. I loved the story. I think that like I said, for the first half, you just don't really know, because like you said, it is a slower burn.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that that's for everyone. But
it's definitely not. I had seen a couple of people who were like, it's so boring. And I'm like, well, go back to TikTok.
Yeah, go back to right? Yeah. Go read a book on TikTok and you'll be fine. Like 30 seconds in. But once you get through like a certain point, I do feel like everything that you had been building on really ends up making sense. And honestly, your twists and turns and your like big drop of everything.
I'm so glad.
It was worth the wait. It really
Thank
was.
you. Yeah, I'm a little, I think I write like the way I used to when I was reading a ton in the 90s. Those books, they don't grab you right away. You have to like read and get into it. But as long as you're enjoying that process, like I feel like a lot of readers today really want like bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's a younger generation. I think they're more instant gratification,
Yeah. And I don't like to write like that, because I feel like it's,
it takes away. It's nice when you feel like there's still something you're waiting for,
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you guys liked it. Thank you so much for picking it. And this was so much fun.
Thank you so much for joining us. It has been such a joy to have you on, and we can't wait to see what else you release in the future.
Awesome.
Maybe
Yes.
something about Betty, but I'm excited to read about your seamstress story. And
I love that one. I do. I wrote it and I love it.
good. We need another laugh. We're ready for it. So it's on its way.
Yeah.
Look out. Send us a lookout.
Thank you, girls.
Thanks
You're welcome.
for being on with us. We hope to have you back.
Oh, I'd love to be back. Yes.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Oh my God, she's so cute. Make
She's
sure you
so
email
fun.
us if you want a coordinated block. Dang, I didn't pop that up fast enough. I'm slow. Anyways, congrats, Rebecca. Girl, you got a clattering coming your way. That's exciting. And I Love Lucy. It was The Life of I Love Lucy, or The Life of Lucille Ball. Is that the
Yeah,
one?
it's her,
There we go.
her life and legacy.
Life, Love, and Legacy. Oh my gosh, I want it.
And it's got like I tried not to look through it because I didn't want to bend pages, but I didn't try hard enough. But it's really cool. I mean, it's everything from when she started out in show business and even her early childhood years, and then like the chronological order of I Love Lucy and different episodes they did that were like groundbreaking back then. It's really
That's
neat
so
to go
cool.
through and read and kind of get that backstory. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. Wish I would have won it. See, that's a good one. That's good. When everybody wants to win it, that means you pick 12. Pick 12. I love that you saved the clattering for the very end when our author was on. She is so cute and so fun. I love having like authors with personality come on with us because I just feel like it.
She had a blast. She had a blast. She's fun.
I like some of her other stuff that she's gonna have coming out. I like her ideas. So
I know.
And if I like that, like we did bring up like the slow burn thing, because I think that was like something that some of our other gals had brought up at the beginning, that it was just a lot slower of a read, to like slower to get to. When you're really building on something that has like that many like pieces, that's just what you gotta do sometimes.
Well, I think for our group, it's even more frustrating because we stop reading at a certain point. If you just had the book and you're reading at home and you can go as far as you want, right? It probably wouldn't feel that same way. But it's nice to anticipate that something else is still coming.
Yeah, Desiree was like, I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
But she was also, giving birth to a whole human being. So,
Excuse
you could just reread it later and right. Yeah, it's hard like when you stop reading to like stay interested, I guess. But
yeah.
Anyway. All right, you guys. So we're gonna give our bees ratings. We already talked cast and we've already done our giveaway, and we will be starting our new book tomorrow. That's The Husbands by Chandler Baker, and that's the one that Dominique put together, and you guys already have seen her fantastic box. And and I loved that our author loved your box and that she got to discover a couple of new things while alive. That was fun. Like that.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring up the candle, because I wasn't sure if she recognized the scent. And then also that, hello, there's a goodie in there, ladies. So don't just let your money sit on the shelf.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, burn it down. So, oh my gosh, that was super cute. It's nice to have the surprises. So, anyways, all right, we start a new book. I don't know what our chapters are. I will post that tomorrow, though, and we'll get started on The Husbands. But let's give our bitches ratings. So, you guys already know 1 to 5 Bs, 1 being hated it, would not recommend, which none of us are like that. But 5 being loved it, would love to read more by her. And obviously we would love to read more by her, or reread the book, or recommend it to everybody. Drum roll. Look at this shit. That was good, Des. Good job. The drum roll. That's super cute. Anna, are you ready to show up your bees?
I'm ready.
Ready? Look at her. Look at her. She's like, are you going this way or this way? All right, everybody, start showing your bees.
1.
She said 1 to 8.
1 to 8. Good Lord.
How many
And-
fingers do you have? All right, ready?
Go.
Okay, go. Got a 5. I don't know why I'm getting. It's probably like a 4.5. Girl, when all of it comes together, I'm probably like a 4.5. Only because, like I said in the beginning, it was a little bit slow, and I got like a little confused going back and forth. But that's my bad. You know, like I listened to this one, and so even though I have the book, I still listened to it, and it like going back and forth when I was listening was a little like confusing for me. So I probably would have done a lot better like in the actual paper book, and I should have just like done this while listening. But anyways, that's me. 5 B's from Jessica.
Yeah.
Caitlin said 4.
I love
Dominique is 5 B's. I love that. So cute. 4 B's from Regina. Oh, the chapters 1 through 8. Damn, Jessica, you are on it. You are
I
on
love it.
bitch. We're reading chapters 1 through 8 this week. And the husbands. Damn, girl, you good. All right, you obviously have your calendar sitting right next to you. Rebecca, not yet. What did Rebecca ask?
Yeah, I definitely give it a
gaming.
5 on my end just because, there's been a lot of books where I'm like, you know what? I'm good where it left off. I'm okay with the story. I'm okay with where the characters are at. This one,
True.
I want to see Betty be miserable. I want to see what happened to her having to deal with all that shit. I want to know and what ends up happening to her dad. I want to know like what's up with Vera, especially because good old Wally ends up doing his scandalous shit. Like I want more.
Okay.
I started to
There are
invest.
a lot of things that we really want to see happen because this is about eavesdropping and probably people getting their just desserts sometimes. We could have seen people get a little bit more. Like it definitely would be nice. So who knows though? She did say that she could do more with some of these characters.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see Vivian's daughter get older, right?
Charlotte.
Out of high school.
Yeah.
She's engaged now to get married. And then all of a sudden, Vera gives her the ring.
Aww. Her niece. That would be really sweet.
And
that
then
would
it
be
kind
like
of goes back into the family. Yeah.
That'd be like a really good full circle moment.
Yes. And that could be the least she could do to make it up to her sister.
Yeah, if Vera makes it, see Dominique could have some more, but no more fucking fruitcake bars. No. Next time we just bake those Congo circles as Gretchen did. So Gretchen, when she made them, she didn't have like just an 8x8. So she did like a muffin tin, and she said they were badass that way. You probably got more in like one. Then like a mini muffin tin would be bomb too. Yeah, no more fruitcake.
Nope, no kids.
No, she didn't have kids. So that would be very interesting if she like brought it back. Yep. It's cool. Sometimes they do bring these other characters back, or we get to have a little bit more, like with Beth Duke. So we get to have a little bit more sometime next year. I can't wait till she releases the fucking title of this thing.
I know. Well, she says she has an idea of which one she's going with.
Yeah, she does. So I guess we'll see. And we're going to have to figure out how she's coming back next year because she is. So anyways, bitches, we will see you next week for chapters 1 through 8 of The Husbands. What a wonderful evening with a fantastic author. I love these. These evenings are like my fave. It's so cool to have authors on. I feel so legit. All right, bitch.
Wow.
Look, she's staring at your damn husband, telling him it's not your hour.
What?
We need Anna's cake for a real fruitcake vote. Yeah, I agree. We need Nana's cake for us to really vote on fruitcake because I believe fruitcake is shit until then. So.
Oh my God. Wow.
Prove me wrong. Yeah, she can. All right, you guys. Everybody have a good night, and we will see you next Sunday. Night, bitches.
Good night.